trying to stay woke, Chandler.
Oh,
I think you're sleeping. You still got your BlackBerry and you're sleeping. Okay. I'm constantly seeing this stuff. And so now Bill Gates just made a statement saying that he thinks within 3 years, all meetings will be held in the metaverse effectively. And I guess it just hits harder when it's Bill. You know, everyone's got a little bit of a trust level with Bill. I mean, he's still, again, another tech guy that's made quadrillions of dollars and done all sorts of stuff that's probably a little bit offside. In general, he's done a better job, I think, of handling his image in the media. And he's done also some really good things like, eradicating malaria? I don't even know. He's done lots of work on that front. But it's just, when he says it, I'm like, oh man. Like when Mark says it, I'm like, all right, like Mark Zuckerberg says it and it's all good in the hood. Like he's going on. But Bill goes, okay, in 3 years, I think this is going to happen. I'm like, okay, shit. Like he's probably for real. This is going to happen.
Yeah, well, I mean, I even look at the amount of meetings that I do now that take place on Zoom or Team Meets or whatever the heck they're called.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's already slightly in the metaverse.
I think it's to a point where you can be more interactive and like...
It's going to be further evolved and more experiential. Like it's going to... Yeah.
Bill's an interesting cat, too. Everyone, again, he's good in the media, but like he was about 2 years ago... He was going on, they had this whole thing of like, what's going to happen to society? What's our biggest risk? All this.
Pandemic.
He just kept going, pandemic.
Yeah.
Pandemic, guys. Pandemic's our problem. That's what we got to be prepared for is a pandemic. And then, boom, COVID. And I was like, Bill, do you know some shit?
No, you know what's really interesting about that? And I was thinking of this the other day, and I
Bill
can't
make
remember. He probably could have. He's like, malaria down, and now I'm going to bring a new one in the mix. I'm going to be first to market. There was something the other day. Slavoj Žižek, who's like this crazy philosopher dude that people might see from YouTube videos. He, back kind of post 9/11, like he's big in postmodernism, all this very abstract ideas that at one point in time I cared a lot about. He had this interesting observation about how so many of the terrorist attacks were eerily similar to movies that we'd seen, right? Big things that happen in movies.
The movie came out prior to the terrorist.
Exactly. And so when people convened in the Pentagon, security officials convened in the Pentagon.
They put a movie on.
No, but they actually contacted and engaged big movie production studios to say what sort of things might terrorists look at doing.
No.
And 100%. And if you think of like everyone's seen the Outbreak movies and the pandemic, you know, these are art kind of prefacing real life, you know.
This is turning into the Joe Rogan podcast on the side now.
No, I'm not saying in sort of any Nostradamus type scenario, but creatives have thought about these things and looked at these things for a long time. And, you know, as humanity, we are naturally infatuated with our own like mortality and, you know, so those have been in movies for a long time. People have been talking about that for a long time. And then it happens, and it's eerily similar to the art we've created and put out in the world because we're so obsessed with this idea.
Keep sliding down this path.
I can't remember what I was talking about.
The Simpsons.
The other day.
The Simpsons and predicting everything that happens.
Oh, yeah.
That's always...
That is pretty
If you don't know about this, just like Google Simpsons predictions.
Yeah.
And you'll get like a huge YouTube montage for like an hour of all the things that they said, and then 10 years later it happens. Like crazy, weird things.
Like Trump going down the elevator.
And the poster falls, and there's some weird stuff. But going all the way back, Bill said that. I'm freaking out. The other thing I haven't looked into yet is what is Bill doing to profit off of this? Like, he's a great guy and all that, but...
Metaverse stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. What is he intending to be... Like, Zuck wants to be Mr. DOA running the show, like policing this thing. What is Bill... Like, these guys must all get together and be like, all right, like what portion of this?
What piece do you want?
What piece do you want, and who's going to dominate what?
Yeah.
Because they're at that point where
I can't keep track of like what Microsoft owns versus what...
they have everyone has their fingers in so much stuff, even just for hosting and all these different items. But anyways, I saw that, and then it hit harder. It hit different, you know? Bill hits different. So
I just want to see when BlackBerry's going to get a piece. Is RIM going to come out and just dominate the metaverse? I feel it in my bones.
That thing's going to get an update, and you're going to be...
We're going good.
Good to go. Can someone please, can everyone start commenting, please and thank you for Chandler to get an iPhone? Because the videos of him walking around, you can't even make him out.
Yeah, I was going
It's
to do
like
a video
4
today, and I
pixels.
felt insecure about it, so I didn't.
I'm happy. I would think if I keep razzing you, eventually you'll cave.
No, it's not going to happen.
When I was broke, I had rich habits. When I was broke, I had rich habits.